Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Yo, what up, hoodies? How y'all doing? What y'all up to? It is Monday. A new week has begun, and your girl is here with some commentary. Now, it's not a TV show review. It's not trending news per se. It's not beef sector tea either. We are going to yet again be speaking about our girl, Briana. That's Briana with one N, not our Briana from Pettyville, but somebody that Pettyville interview also goes by the name of Briana. And Briana, the Pettyville, now Briana Pettyville, she had interviewed a young lady by the name of Briana as well. And the interview, we learned a lot about the young lady, about how she was living on the edge. She was homeless. She was in LA. She had no money. She was living out of a Planet Fitness. She ends up meeting a couple of guys off of Craigslist. Yes, Craigslist. And one of them she wasn't really feeling. And she ended up meeting another one named Sergio. And so I had already made a video about that. And I've already done some commentary about that, but I'm here to give you an update. And for this update, I had to watch like 11 videos, okay? I had to watch 11 videos, so I am going to go through what I gathered in these 11 videos, because last we knew was that Sergio, who was still back in LA, sleeping in his car, homeless, he had basically blocked Briana. He had blocked her. She didn't know if he had found out about the interview that she did with Briana, or if he just, if something was wrong, because he's homeless, he's living in his car. So, she was concerned. And we're going to pick up from basically there, because once she did contact him, she found out he was still homeless, and she offered him a place to lay his head, which is with her in Columbus, Ohio. So basically, that's what we're going to be discussing today. Sergio has been invited to move out to Ohio with Briana. So let's get started, y'all. Let's get started. So about 3 days ago, Briana said that she knows that people think that she is not putting her son first. And people have been saying that in the comments and in her chats, and that she does not have her priorities in order. But she absolutely says she loves her son. And remember, she said she thinks the best thing for him is like living with his father. But also she doesn't want to give up on Sergio as well. Now, Sergio had blocked her phone number. He blocked her voicemail, I guess on all social media, probably Facebook. Well, she said he's really not a Facebook person, but she was scared that something really had happened to him, or that he had again saw the interview and felt some type of way. But what she claims had happened was that his brother had got into his head and made him feel a little maybe inadequate about himself in the situation that he was in. So he kind of like took it out on everybody, I suppose, and blocked his brother. I guess she said he blocked everybody. She was like, he blocked everybody on his phone, including her. Now, we have to go off of, what she's telling us. I don't know if that's the real reason why he blocked her, but that's what she's telling us that he said. But anyway, she got through that block Okay, y'all know how to get through the block. She done star 67 his ass. And when he picked up, she asked, "Are you okay? How have you been? I've been trying to call you." She even went down and read every text message that she had sent him that didn't go through because she was blocked. Yeah. So after talking to him, she again told him after she realized that he was still homeless and living in his car that he has a home with her. And the first thing I was thinking about was her interview with Bree when she told us that she was on Section 8 and people were telling her not to risk that by moving some man in with a record. Now, even as April was in Brianna's chat when she was interviewing Brianna, and she has said, I live in Ohio. Don't mess that up because it takes about 5 years to try to apply for Section 8 again if you get kicked off. And that still is no guarantee that you'll get Section 8 again. So, that's something that she did have to consider. I don't know if she went through like she said. She said she would like actually put him on the application and things like that. And Brianna, when interviewing her, was like, "Well, how do you know that will go through, being that he has a record? He got some things on his background, right?" And so I don't know if she went through Section 8, if she found out if he was eligible. I don't know. I don't know. So, but anyway, she offered and he accepted. So she is really ready for him to come there, and he's coming, y'all. He done quit his job and he's going to stay with Brianna in Ohio. She did also mention that once her and Sergio gets everything together or figured out, she's not going to put Sergio over her son Raymond, y'all. Although Raymond still lives with his dad, she is still the custodial parent. So her home, she said, is still also her son's Raymond's home. And for Bruce, the son's father, she doesn't see him as being able to maybe, parent full time anyway. Maybe just in the summers, like it is summertime right now. So she like maybe just in the summers. But because of the fact that they both are struggling right now, she can't see him as the full time parent either. So maybe they'll keep, I don't know, sharing the responsibility or whatnot. But did y'all catch how she said that this is still my son's home? And therefore, Sergio will just have to understand that. Now, when I heard that, I was like, well, I hope y'all had plenty of conversations about that because I'm sure any man would understand that you have children, and whether they stay with you part-time or stay with their father part-time or stay with their grandma part-time, or away at private school, you know what I'm saying, like preparatory school or something like that, that's still their home. So I don't know where she was going with that, but that's what she said. Now, as far as the interview, Sergio, she said, hasn't seen the interview that she did with Brianna. And she doesn't really want him to see the interview. And she doesn't also know if he wants to be a part of her YouTube channel. And like maybe, how these couples have channels, and things like that. And sometimes they get on here, they with their children, they discuss their life, they might discuss their issues or struggles, or it could be like a prank channel. A lot of couples they do pranks on each other and their kids, right? But she says she doesn't know for sure if he wants to be a part of her channel because evidently he's very sensitive to criticism. And we see that already. If that is true, we see that already or saw that already when she said that the reason why he blocked everybody in his phone was because of the fact that his brother, said some pretty negative, harsh things about him. So I don't know how well he would favor, being on YouTube because you know how the chat go, how the trolls can go, right? And all the haters and things like that. So again, I guess we have to wait and see if they're going to end up doing like some couples thing on YouTube. Now, in about 36 hours, now this is like, 3 days ago, Sergio was due to arrive in Ohio. And the main thing she was worried about at that time was his perception of her. Because sometimes she feels like, and I don't know if this is because she got a little tomboyish in her, like some of us girls, including me, But she says sometimes it's difficult for her to exude feminine energy because at times she feels not so feminine, not so girly girl. And I'm not a girly girl. Like most of my sisters, well, is it most of? Yeah, most of my sisters are girly girls. I'm like kind of tomboyish and whatnot. But yeah, she said that sometimes she doesn't feel feminine. And I can certainly understand that, girl. But if your man really loves you and care for you, he'll understand that. He'll understand that, because keep in mind, there are guys out there who have a little feminine side too. They're not always so masculine, so macho, stuff like that. So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, a couple of days ago, Brianna had, I don't know if she came live or if she uploaded the video or whatnot, but a couple of days ago, she gave us some news. Now, she had already confirmed that Sergio had indeed hit the road, which made her really ecstatic. She was happy, y'all. She was really happy because not only does she want to be with him, but no man has ever traveled long distance for her. At least not, not no man besides like her father. She said her father traveled long distance before to get her or come see her, but no man has ever done anything like that. And it is like 36 hours. But still, yet, the crazy thing for me is that he literally left his job to move to live with her, meaning he no longer has an income. She's on Section 8. Her son is being cared for by his father. And as for her, the only income that she is receiving is coming from donating plasma. She even mentioned that if she doesn't get to the plasma center that day, she won't have any food. She was like, I gotta eat. I need to go donate plasma. But then I was thinking, well, how much food can you provide for two grown people from donating plasma? When Sergio gets there. And that is, of course, unless he plans to start donating plasma as well. She claims that the both of them together is going to work together, work really hard to figure out how she's going to pay all her bills. But with the money that she's about to get from donating plasma, she wanted to save for him. Now, what I'm hoping is that Sergio, even though it was like impromptu, decision to move halfway across the United States, I'm hoping that he got some money saved up, or maybe he got a last check coming or something like that in order to help her out. But child, when I tell you that I already knew it was coming, I already knew that soon she would tell us that she was pregnant. Mhm. Yes, the other day, Brianna told us that she found out she was pregnant by way of a home pregnancy test. So now, not only does neither she or Sergio have a stable income, but she also doesn't have any insurance as well, which she did tell us before in the past. And on the interview she did with Brianna Simone Pettyville, they were giving her like directions or organizations to turn to that would help her get insurance. I don't know why she doesn't have insurance, because a lot of people who have a really low income, and every state is different, but I thought you could at least get Medicaid or get food stamps. And of course Section 8, which she already has. So I don't know if she applied for those type of things, or I don't know. And then like with our state, even if you have children or if you're single with no kids and you get like Medicaid or food stamps or something, sometimes there's requirements for that. You got to go to school. You got to apply at so many jobs every week, something like that in order to keep, the assistance going. But anyway, she is pregnant. She found out through a home pregnancy test. I don't know if she's going to go and get it confirmed, a confirmation, or if she's going to get a second opinion, at an actual doctor, because she said she doesn't have insurance. But again, not being stable with income is one thing. But the insurance thing, I'm sure, somebody will let her know again that, try to apply for Medicaid or something like that. But in the meantime and in between time, she's over there repeatedly calling herself a dumb, dumb, diddy, dum, 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 diddy, dum, dum, stupid, dumb, 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 diddy, dum, dumb bitch. I was like, girl, calm down. Calm down. I mean, she was kicking herself in the butt. I mean, she's so like, it was like, I couldn't tell if she was really, really upset or if she's just totally shocked and, I fucked up. But she was taking it really, bad. Y'all, it was funny because she was over there just cussing her own self out, like calling herself stupid whores, stupid bitches, idiots, all kind of shit. And he was like, "Man, you are such a stupid bitch." I was like, "Child." Oh, Brianna, it's not the end of the world, girl. It's not the end of the world. A lot of us has gotten pregnant out of wedlock, without a place to stay, without a good old job, in school, it's not the end of the world, but I do understand. I do understand. But yeah, this is really crazy. This is really crazy, y'all. But then she said that she's been donating plasma all month. And she didn't know she was pregnant. And she was wondering why she always was feeling like she was about to fucking pass out every time she turned around. And I'm thinking, oh my God, child, I don't think you're supposed to be donating plasma while you're pregnant, because you do need like all your nutrients and stuff like that. And she was like, I think I was lacking, all my nutrients, because every time she turned around, she felt like passing out. So again, she's been really hard on herself because she's like, I've been smoking, I've been donating plasma, and I didn't know I was pregnant. And she was still calling herself stupid whores. She was like, you stupid horny whore, and all kind of shit, right? And, oh, child, those are her words and not mine, okay? None of those are my words. Those are her words, okay, when describing herself. But she actually started crying, thinking of the fact that she has to decide what she's going to do with the baby. And if she does keep it, how is she going to break this to her mother? How is she going to break this to her mother? But then she was like, I think y'all, Sergio intentionally tried to get her pregnant because he didn't hold back. He didn't pull out. Because she, be fucking raw dog, right? She be fucking raw dog. She was messing with that other older guy out there in Cali that she met off a Craigslist. No condoms, no protection. Then she started messing around with Sergio that she met off a Craigslist. No condoms, no protection, no protection. And she said Sergio wasn't holding back. And I'm sure he got a scroll back because she said he's 24 years old. He's a lot younger than her. Now, with her baby daddy, Bruce, she said at least he pulled out most of the time, even though she still got pregnant after 3 months of being with Bruce. But to top it off, she said, y'all, I was gagged when she said, I've been raw dogging a man for 8 years who she has been consistently. Listen, hold on. Let me start over. She said, y'all, I've been raw dogging this man, another man, not Bruce. Child, not Sergio. I don't know who the man she talking about. I don't know who she talking about. But she was like, I have been raw dogging a man for 8 years who has been consistently giving her yeast infections. I'm like, huh? You've been consistently raw dogging some man for 8 years who has consistently been giving you yeast infections, and then you're fucking around with these other guys off of Craigslist and still not using protection. Child, she said her pussy should be inflamed for life. But yeah, she talking about he intentionally, being Sergio, intentionally was trying to get her pregnant. That's what she believes. But to me, it seems like more than likely she has been continually trying to get pregnant by different men. Because if you've been raw dogging men for all those years and then dealing with yeast infection after yeast infection after yeast infection, girl, you trying to get pregnant. You trying to get pregnant. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold you. Like Lemon be said. Like, I don't know, like all that shit. I mean, we know how to get pregnant, right? Raw dogging is like the easiest way, right? So I don't know. I wouldn't quite blame that on Sergio. Even though she said that he asked her if he was to get her pregnant, could he raise the baby? And I'm thinking, okay, he live in a car. If he get custody of the baby, is the baby gonna be in the back seat of the car in a car seat? Anyway, but anyway, anywho. Now she did mention, I think she talked about it a little bit in one of the videos she did in the last 3 or 4 days, and also I think she talked about it when Brianna was interviewing her as well. As far as her believing that she's been blackballed in Columbus, she would mention something about they hate her in Columbus. She can't find no job. She was like, y'all, I keep telling y'all it's hard for me. They don't want to give me this. They don't want to give me that, and I can't get a job here. And she mentioned that when it comes to income, if she does keep the baby, like we already know, if you have a baby, the next year you can file, income taxes and you get some money, right? Some tax money, sometime a lot of money. You can get up sometimes a $7, $8, $15,000, depending on how many kids you got and how much your income is, right? But she claims that she won't be able to get any taxes next year when she has her baby if she keeps the baby and tries to claim the baby because she hasn't worked. Now, I don't know how it is there, but here, even if you don't work and you're just keeping your baby, taking care of your baby, providing for your baby, you still can get an income. That's how it is here. But again, I don't know how it is in Ohio, but I thought that was probably something that goes on everywhere. Now, you might not be able to get a whole bunch like you would if you were, working consistently, but I thought you still get something no matter what state you're in, even if you don't have a job. But when it comes to Bruce, her child Raymond's, father, she said he can't even get any money if she was to have out a baby. Like, okay, we know that Raymond is Bruce and Brianna's child, but just let's say if she gave him the opportunity to file her new baby by Sergio on his taxes. She said neither can Bruce get paid anything for taxes because right now Bruce is being sued by the state for not doing taxes. And Sergio, she said, couldn't even file taxes on the baby because Sergio's also being sued for not doing his taxes. And the first thing I thought of was like, girl, do you think these men want you telling all their business? Like, that's some deep shit, right? I mean, it's not the worst thing that can happen to somebody, but I would hate for somebody to go online and be like, oh, she owes this and she owes that and she owes this. I mean, I don't know, child. I understand you want to be transparent on your channel and people like that you're transparent and very giving when it comes to the details of your life, but you might not want to be so giving with the details of other people's lives, especially without their permission. Take it from me. I'm in the B sector. Okay. Sometimes people will come for you. Okay, girl. But anyway, on the video that she did called Daddy's Coming Home Part 1, girl, let me tell you something. You know what? I'll get back to that later. Anyway. At that time, Sergio was still on his way to Ohio. And according to her calculations, he was probably in about Indiana right around that time. And I don't know how far along she is as far as pregnant. I think she said like a month or something, but she's already experiencing pain in her boobs. I'm like, damn, already? But I know it's very common for women to have pain in their boobs when they're pregnant. But I think for both of my kids, I didn't start having pains in my boobs for it was some time. But anyway, every woman's different. Everyone's different. But child, Brianna, you got to be a little more careful, girlfriend, because we got a full shot of your entire left areola area on your boob. When you was putting on that shirt, girl, to go outside and clean your windows, like she had her phone in one hand and she was pulling a shirt over her with another hand and her whole boob was visible. And then she said, oh, I hope y'all didn't see that. I hope y'all didn't see nothing. Yes, we did, girl. You might want to go back and edit that out. I was like, is that her boob? Is that her breast? Is that her nip? I mean, the whole It was very visible. It was very visible. Uh, mm. You don't want nobody to get. You don't want nobody to screenshot that. You don't want nobody to report you. Yeah, you might want to edit that out. Or blur it out. Do a blur. Do something like that. But anyway, moving right along. While cleaning her windows, she was considering this as a new undercover hustle. That is cleaning windows. Now, I don't know how much cleaning windows for other people will pay you, or how much you will, get for doing something like that. I don't know how much it pays. But along with her, getting plasma donations, she probably would be able to support her and Sergio until he found a job. But now that she's pregnant, if she decides to keep the baby, again, you can't be donating plasma like that 2-3 times a week like you've been doing. So I don't know, but she did consider cleaning windows, and I have to say she did a pretty good job. I got to go back and write down what she was using to clean those windows, and I'm gonna get me a little what you call those squeeze, whatever you call that thing, to scrape the windows. I ain't never bought one of that. She was like, I think every household should have one of these squeegees or whatever you call them things. But yeah, I'm gonna have to invest in one of those. I'ma definitely have to invest in one of those because I never actually, even when I clean my windows, I clean them, I soak them down, and if it's on the outside, especially if the window's real high up, I just spray them down with a powerful water, water hose thingy or whatever. Or the bottom ones, I clean them and wipe them down with either dirty rag towel, not dirty rag towels, but rag towels. After your towels get raggedy, you rip them up and they become rags, but or paper towels. But anyway, I think I'm gonna get one of those. But yeah, so that is an option, girl, because you did a really girl. A bird could run into your window and fall flat to the ground. But anyway, while she was still cleaning up, she mentioned that she didn't know if she wanted to take him out to eat, Sergio, once he got there. And she was trying to consider if she would take him to the Golden Corral or take him to Hilliard's to the International Buffet. Now, me personally, this is just me. I probably wouldn't have chose either one. But that's just due to the fact that she's on a limited income, from the plasma donations. And because, she's pregnant, so she can't donate plasma anymore. Therefore, I think it would probably be, smarter or definitely probably cheaper, for her to hit up a grocery store and like cook a nice budget friendly meal. Make some tacos, make some, I don't know, child, I don't know, but something, some spaghetti with garlic bread, a budget friendly meal. I mean, that's what people usually do, right? When they are on a budget or when they're on a limited income, they don't eat out too often, especially if they don't have to. So I don't know. But anyway, that's just me. Then when trying to decide if Sergio would really like any of the food though at the international, oh, which I can understand that. She hasn't been knowing him too well. And so she probably doesn't know his, taste buds, what he really likes to eat, what he doesn't like to eat, if he likes soul food, if he likes, Chinese, I don't know. But I can totally understand that. But why she had to tell us that both her baby daddy Bruce and her new man Sergio both grew up below their means. Like I said, sometimes, girl, sometimes you gotta watch what you're saying about certain people, especially on a public platform. Because if Sergio doesn't know how popular your channel might be getting now, he might find out. He might find out. And as far as your baby daddy Bruce, I don't know if he knows that you have a channel yet or not, but even when I talk about people in my real life on YouTube, I'd be like, oh, this person I know. Oh, this guy I know. Oh, somebody I went to school with. Oh, one of my relatives. But I don't make sure people know who exactly they are. Okay. So that might be something you want to think about, for your YouTube career. And again, get rid of that boob on your video. But now, not only did she tell us that they grew up below their means, she said that she didn't know if Sergio was the kind of guy who grew up privileged like she did. And between both Sergio and Bruce, they both grew up in not the best way. So she kept, saying, they had it bad. They were struggling. Now, that's no shade coming from me because I grew up struggling with my family. We grew up in the hood, and we, hey, if we had it, we had it. If we don't, we went without it. Okay. But she also said that Sergio was in foster care and Bruce was just poor trash. Poor trash. So she said they both had limited experiences. And to somebody who didn't have anything such as Sergio and Bruce, she said they probably would have looked at her like she was rich. Back then, she was like, I wasn't really rich. My family wasn't really rich. But from their point of view, they probably would have thought I was rich if they would have ran into me. And I'm like, I mean, the way she consistently talks negative about the men in her life, her exes and baby daddies and shit like that. Like, did y'all see when she showed a picture of her baby daddy Bruce? Man, I was cracking the hell up because she not only showed his picture, but she was like, doesn't he look like a woman? She was like, he just looks like a girl. He just looks like a woman. Doesn't he, y'all? Look at him. Doesn't he look like a woman? I mean, I'm like looking at this man like, child. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I think with a wig on, he probably could pass for, a woman. She said he looks just like his sister. She said, y'all, he looks just like his sister. And then she said her name and she showed their pictures. She's going all through his Facebook and showing pictures of him, pictures of his sister, saying his sister's name, which she said was Jackie. I mean, and she was like, see, that's the one right there. That's Jackie. That's the one he looks like. So she wasn't just showing pictures of him, but she said when you look at both of them, she looks just like her brother. Only thing missing is the beard. I was like, child, girl, you better stop. You better stop. But yeah, she was like, yeah, don't he look just like his sister? She started showing pictures of him, pictures of his family members, pictures of his friends, like everybody in the town of Dayton, Ohio. And then she started showing pictures of other people, like her exes in Ohio. And then she wonders if Sergio would want to be a part of her YouTube experience. Man, she had better find out real quick. She better find out real quick because she has been providing us with a lot of tea and background information on Sergio and still not providing enough background information regarding Sergio for herself and for her son. Unless I missed a video where she actually took Briana's suggestion to do a thorough background check on him, because the last time they were discussing background check, Briana was helping her look up some, background information. And she didn't even know that she could look up like the crimes and stuff. She didn't even know what all he got on his record, child. So I don't know if he's going to be a key part of her YouTube journey or not. But she did say once he's there, he's going to be living in her house. But she did say it's going to be their home. It's going to be their home, but it's still her house. And if things go bad, then he can leave. And all I got to say to that, Bree, is I hope you don't allow him to start getting mail there before you are absolutely sure and absolutely comfortable that you guys are working out. That is working out for you guys. Because ain't nothing worse, and let me tell you, I have experiences, ain't nothing worse than trying to put somebody out your house after y'all break up. And the police informs you that, well, I'm sorry, ma'am, but since you've been living here together for a certain amount of time, and since he's been receiving mail while you guys have been living together for a certain amount of time, you will have to properly go through the channels to evict him through the court system. And you're on Section 8? Child, good luck with that. I really hope it works out, though. And you won't have to deal with no shit like that. But trust me when I say you got a whole man living there who's from LA, who was homeless in his car, and he done drove halfway across the world, not the world, but United States, to live with you. And you try to put him out. I I don't know how well that might go. But anyway, Sergio has finally made it to Brianna, and we caught a few glimpses of him while he was sleeping. Did he know he was being recorded? I don't know. But we did catch some glimpses of him while, he was sleeping. And child, she was just so giddy with excitement. She is truly happy, y'all. Truly happy. And when he got there, she said he bought groceries, he didn't pack the fridge out, but he did bring like water and vegetables and fruits and different type of foods and stuff, from the grocery store after he got there. But I was cracking up when she put him on video. Mind you, he was still asleep. But when she put him on video and somebody in the chat said, "Is that a baby in your bed?" They said, "Is that a baby in your bed?" No, it's not a baby, y'all, but he is 24. He is 24 years old, which is a good thing, though, because when she was first interviewed by Brianna, we thought for sure that he was much older, like around 45-ish, because the pics, that she showed us, he looked a lot older. But he is 24 years old, and that 24-year-old and her has been fucking like rabbits ever since he got there. Her words, not mine. She was like, 1 minute we're kissing, then we're in there doing it, then we're in there kissing, then we're here doing it, then we're here kissing, then we're here doing. Boy, they about to tear the frame off that bed. I ain't mad at you, sis. I ain't mad at you. Get it. I ain't mad at you, child. Have fun. Your man is home. Man. And then towards the end of the last video that she had put up, they were kissing. We still didn't see like all of his face, but at least I didn't. I was trying to look. But anyway, we still didn't see like his whole face, or I didn't see him from head to toe unless I missed something. But they share "I love you." She was like, "I love you." He was like, "I love you too." I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet." I'm really, really hoping that it works out for Brianna. I mean, it is truly a struggle for a lot of people these days. That's why when she was kicking herself in the ass and beating herself up about being pregnant, I'm like, if you do decide to keep the baby, regardless which way your relationship go, is not the end of the world. It's not. Worse things can happen than having a baby. I'm just saying. A lot of people, most people I know wasn't married. They might not have had the best home or the best job or the best car or the best man, the best baby daddy, But they kids, they survived and they raised them. Hey, look at your situation now. It might not be the best situation. Your son's father might have him right now. You might get him again later, but it can always be worse, girl. You was just homeless in LA, sleeping on a beach. He was just homeless in LA, sleeping in his car. So I'm looking forward to your journey and seeing how, you guys formulate this relationship now that you are actually living together. And he is now in Ohio, in your house, but y'all home. Okay, it's your house, but it's y'all home. So I hope that everything works out, because again, they both have a lot of baggage. They both need jobs, and there's a baby on the way, of course, if she decides to keep it. So again, good luck with everything. I'll keep watching. I ain't gonna record no video every time she records a video, though, because she be recording a lot of videos. So maybe after like 10, 15, 11 of them, I'll come back and give an update from my perspective, from my point of view. But I hope you guys enjoyed the update on BrianaLoveW, y'all. And make sure you guys like the video, share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. And of course, if you're not already a official part of Hood Nation, feel free to hit that membership button. Please and thank you very much. And also, if you want to donate for the commentary or just donate, to the platform, our $, our Cash App is at the bottom, $ the Hood Table 402. Thank you so very much. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.